So
Got it.
yeah, so we've got left knee pain, front of your left knee, central. Now you said this has been going on for 4 to 5 weeks. Tell me what you feel led to this.
Not sure. He just started kind of hurting a little bit every now and again, and then doing various movements like squatting, anything with the knees kind of like bent a lot, and then now it's like hurting walking upstairs and stuff like that. So
What would you say is worse, walking upstairs or downstairs?
upstairs.
Okay. Now, also as well as that, tell me where your programming was at 4 to 5 weeks ago. Were you coming up to a peak? Had anything changed? Were you starting to implement more load, more volume, anything like that?
Probably kind of mid peak. I was early to mid peak.
And what kind of program are you following at the moment?
Basically training 4 times a week, mostly strength based, so lots of and reasonably high volume in terms of like for in the comparative intensity. So you're talking like a max at max a 5, a max 7 or something like that, and then a drop sets on top, and then pretty much upper lower kind of split with some full body.
So 2 upper days, 2 lower days.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when it comes to what's the variable here? Is the variable your training intensity? Is it your rep range? Do you implement deload weeks, anything like that?
Yeah, so intensity goes up week to week usually. Exercises are rotated fairly regularly. There's never a deload week, but there will be. Some exercises will get deloaded. So it might be a case of deadlifts are light for a particular week, but everything else stays the same, or squats go light for a particular week, and then everything else stays the same. So it's kind of like a.
How do you judge that? Is that by feel or is that by a designated time?
Bit of both, really. So my programming's done by Shane German, who's the MTS systems strength guy up in somewhere in the north. Yeah. So he kind of judges that based on kind of like my performance and where he's kind of got me in various places.
So, and you said that you haven't had any history of knee pain before this. You said your knees tend to be pretty good.
Yep, we've always had very good knees, surprisingly.
Good stuff. All right. And how long have you been training with this coach for?
Just over a year, 14 months, 15 months.
Perfect. Tell me what your running events have been like. So your yoke and your farmers.
Yep, so they tend to alternate 1 week's heavy yoke and 1 week's light farmers, and then back and forth. So it's not loaded particularly either way. I had been previously getting a lot of shin splint pain from yoke and farmers, but doing a lot of direct calf work seems to have alleviated that somewhat. But that was.
When you say shin splints, you're talking about inner shin, so on the inside of your shin or outside?
Inside the shin, just sharp, horrible, unpleasant pain.
Okay. All right, now, 4 weeks was midweek at the time, pain associated with squats, walking upstairs. Anything else?
Yes, even like a dip to press overhead will be painful, or to catch a bit of a push jerk or something like that will be painful.
Yeah. Now, is it the catching that's painful, or is it going down into the dip, or is it pushing up?
Going down into it, I think.
Okay. All right. Now, have you found anything makes it feel better?
No. Even with this lockdown in place, I haven't been doing heavy leg work for you know, a good couple of weeks now, and it's still painful. So it's not like it's kind of eased off as a result of not pushing it.
All right, cool. Are you able to show me on your knee where it's painful?
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Well, Ross, do you want to put some shorts on?
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. I got it. So let's have a look here, because I'm conscious of the recording. So basically the pain is like centralized, but it feels like it's going the top from across to bottom, like over there.
Right. Okay.
It's behind the kneecap, so right in the center of the kneecap.
Yeah. Okay. So Ross, what I want you to do is this. I'll demonstrate. What I want you to do is put your leg up onto something.
Yeah.
And then from here, I just want you to try and push the kneecap quite hard down into its socket or into its facet. And I want you to move it from side to side and back and forth. So one would be, so here I'm getting behind the kneecap and I'm pushing it down. And then one here, pulling up, and then just really push it down and tell me how that feels, please. And how does that feel when you're doing that? Is that all right?
Yeah, fine.
Good. So now what I'd like you to do is if you just stand up in front of the camera for me, please.
Yep.
And I just need you to stand, first of all, on, if you move that chair out of the way, yeah, feel free to take a couple steps back. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Right, yeah.
Stand on your right leg for me, please. So you're going to stand on the good leg first.
Yep.
And then stand on the other side. Right, now what I want you to do is just as best as you can, just imagine doing a single leg pistol squat. So, or the pistol squat's always single leg. So just as best as you can. I'm not interested in form at all. I just want to see how it looks and how it feels for you.
So left leg first, yeah?
Yep.
See, that's hurting there now.
Yes, like straight away, right? Okay, that's fine. Try on the other side for me, please. Okay, cool. So what we usually do now, Ross, is just do a normal squat for me, please. And again. Right, now, is there any possibility I could see you doing a side plank?
Yeah, let's see.
So I want to have a look at your side plank. We're going to do it in a couple of ways. So if you just go into a normal side plank for me, please.
Any side? Either side?
Any side. Right, now from this position, I need you to take your right leg to the ceiling and down 10 times, please.
Yeah.
That was 8, that'll do. Yeah, try the other side.
Oh.
Eight, 9, 10. Okay, cool, no problem. Now, I just want to have a look at a single leg plank, right and left leg, and just tell me how that feels.
So, what, facing?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Where you are, that's it. How does that feel?
Yeah, fine.
Good. Try on the other side. Right. So okay, that's fine. And relax. Now, one more thing I want you to, in fact, let's try this. So what I want you to do is try and do a single leg plank on the right hand side. Right. I just want you to try and hold that for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds if you can. And then after that, we're just going to retest the single leg squat again. All right.
Yep.
So 3, 2, 1. Yep. And I want you to really focus on isometrically contracting that quad as hard as you can.
Yep.
17 seconds left. You all right?
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's not nice. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good stuff. So all I want you to do is now just retry the single leg squat, and I just want to see if that's made any change at all. I want to see if it's desensitized it at all. Yep.
So right leg or left leg?
Yep. Oh, I think I'm going to lose you. I'm losing you, Russ.
So.
Yep. Still just painful, yeah? Okay, so we can't do that then. Right. So what I want to see now, you see that chair there?
Yep.
Yeah. I want you to take a seat on it and bring it back towards you if you like. Yeah, that's it. So now from here, I'll show you. So we're going to bring your posterior chain in a little bit more. So from here, lean forward like this, stand up, and then sit down if you can.
Bad leg first?
Yeah, let's have a look at the bad leg first. So that's it. So I need you in this position. So 1 second, Ross, chest up, lean forward at the hips, arms out. So bum out, that's it. Yeah. How did that feel?
Oh,
Painful.
yeah, painful. Yeah, still painful, but less painful.
Out of 10, how much pain?
Probably 5 or 6.
Yes, we want it less than that. So now what I'd like you to do is try the same thing. This time what I want you to do is keep your right heel on the floor. Yeah. Exactly that.
Yep.
Then back down. How does that feel?
Yeah, less painful.
Out of 10?
Probably 5, 4, 5.
Yeah, still too much. And you can, I take it you can squat pain-free?
No.
No. So when it comes to your squat, how much weight can you squat pain-free, or is all squatting uncomfortable for you?
It all hurts the same. From 270 feels the same as empty bar.
Cool. So this is what we're going to do then. I need a patch of wall for you to do a wall squat, please. So basically, just run your bum down the wall as far as it's comfortable.
Yep.
So from here, Ross, I just want you to run your bum down the wall, push your knees out as you go, and I just want you to stop as soon as it's uncomfortable.
There.
Hands up to here, hands out. Come up so it's pain-free. There, that's it, cool, good stuff. So we're just gonna hold that there for 60 seconds, all right? So, and I just want you to tell me how it feels.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of pain in it as my knees getting tired, as my legs are getting tired.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of pain in it.
Okay, so you can come up a little bit more if you like. How does that feel?
Yeah, okay.
Perfect, good stuff. Good, and relax, very good. Good.
Ooh.
Now, Ross, has that flared the knee again?
Yeah, that hurt coming back up like that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we can do here then. The last thing I'm going to ask you to do is just a kneeling squat. So all I want you to do is just put some padding underneath your knees.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just want you to do a kneeling squat as best as you can. Yep, that's fine. So from there, all I want you to do, yeah, is just do 10 kneeling squats, please, and just tell me how that feels. How's that feeling?
Yeah, fine.
Good stuff, good stuff. So just do another 8. 6 more. 3 more. Last one. And good stuff. Now feel free to stand up and once again just give that squat a go and just tell me how that feels after doing those. I'm just interested to see if anything has changed at all.
Single leg squat, yeah?
No, we'll go for 1 double leg squat and then 1 single leg squat. And tell me if it's got worse, better, or about the same.
Okay. Yeah, better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, and then, yeah. Very nice, good. A bit easier, yeah? All right, 1 second, Ross. Ross, bear with me. I'm just going to show you what you've done, and then we'll go through your rehab plan together. What I was doing there is I wanted to see what we could get away with, really, because obviously your training is important. I know that you're restricted at the moment in terms of what you can do, because obviously all the gyms are shut, but it's always best to start off doing as much as we can. Have you've got equipment at home still?
Yeah, I've got some, yeah.
Okay, cool. So there'll be a few things that we can do then. Bear with me 2 seconds. So first of all, if I was to ask you to take your squat down to a level that's comfortable, so it's not painful, how do you feel about that? Is that a no-no?
Yeah, no, because I can't really squat very heavy at the moment anyway.
Cool. So what I'd recommend that you do is, because we want to keep your legs driving hard, we want to keep your quadriceps active and driving hard, but we don't want to make this injury worse. So what I'd recommend that you do is start to alternate between a normal deadlift, hips high, and a clean deadlift, hips low. Or what you could do is just do what you're doing already, which is have your heavy set with your hips in a position that is going to be quite comfortable for you, or the way that you normally do. But then you might do a drop set or a deficit deadlift with a clean grip. The only reason why is that because obviously I'll show at the moment, as soon as you're quad heavy, your knees coming forward, it's quite uncomfortable. But then as soon as we get the posterior chain a bit more active, it's a bit more comfortable. So we might be able to hit a bit of a happy medium with you activating the quadriceps, but still able to do it in a comfortable way with a clean position deadlift.
Yeah.
Now, if I just show you what you've done. So at first I thought that it might be a little bit of a quadriceps tendonitis, but it doesn't seem to have as much to do with quadriceps activity. And especially the way that you mentioned it feeling like it was behind the kneecap. What's most likely going to be the case is, so basically behind, let me just show you here. All right, so you can see my screen, yeah?
I can now, yes.
Yeah, cool. So the quadriceps tendons here, that doesn't seem to be much of an issue for you, because when we load the quadriceps, it doesn't really correlate with pain. What seems to be the case is that basically behind your kneecap, you've got a few different facets that make contact with this part of the femur at different ranges of motion. And it seems to be that one of the facets behind the kneecap has become particularly uncomfortable for you to load. Now, that might be partly to do with how you're distributing load throughout the hips, but your left hip seems quite stable, so it's unlikely to be the case. It might even be that because the right hip is a little bit less stable, that this side's taking a little bit more wear and tear. But we won't be able to tell that until later when we actually see you do a farmer's or a yoke or something like that. So what we need to do first off is still stimulate the quadriceps as much as we can, but offload the kneecap and desensitize the kneecap. So we're going to be working knee flexion under load in some slightly different ways. But then when it comes to the quadriceps, we want to still keep them active so you're not going through atrophy or anything like that. All right. Ross, have you got any questions?
No, makes sense.
Cool. All right. So what we're going to do first off is we're going to prioritize desensitization. So that'll be just desensitizing those structures. So do you know how to foam roll your quadriceps, or do you want to go through a little bit of a routine that you can do?
Not yet. No, that one. That's fine. That's good.
Yeah, you're good for quadriceps. Okay, cool. Now, as well as that, we need to go through a bit of a deep stretch for with the quadriceps to start to get you used to deep knee flexion. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and then feel free to do it with me. So I need you to get that foam roller, and as well as that, yeah, and as well as that, I need that long thing that you've got.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to go through this, and then after that we'll retest your knee flexion again. So what you're going to do is you're going to tie this around your ankle.
Yeah.
And then you're going to come up this way. Now, from here, I just need something underneath that knee. So your knee's raised, and then from there you're going to pull down and very gently push out against the tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, so knees elevated, glutes contracted, pull down, but then very gently push against resistance.
Yeah, okay.
So I need you to get into that position and hold that position for 90 seconds.
Okay.
Cool, all right, so we held that there for 90 seconds. So if you want to just retest your single leg squat, just tell me how that feels.
Yeah, still sore, but
Cool.
it's not as sharp. The pain's not quite as sharp.
Okay, cool. So next exercise. So we're just going to do this slightly differently, this kneeling squat. So yes, we do just want novel or pain-free knee flexion, but what I don't want is for you just to shoot your bum back. So what I always try and keep your chest elevated as much as you can, and then up again. So chest elevated, down and up, chest elevated. So if I show you my chest when I do that, so from here, my chest stays back. I'm not leaning forward, chest stays up. So once again, I just want you to do that 10 to 15 times, please.
Yeah.
If I can just see you do it as well, please, Ross.
Yeah, interesting.
Plantar flex your feet, so let your feet drop out if you can.
Yep.
That's it. Put your hands here. That's it. Good. So from that position, sit back and come up 15 times. So that's a reverse Nordic. Not yet. Not yet. Sit down, but keep your body upright.
All right, okay.
Good. Good. Keep your chest back though. Stay upright. Don't let your bum shoot back.
Right. Let's see.
Better. You should feel that in your quadriceps a bit more.
Yeah.
Good. You're doing like 15 reps. Once again, do not let your try and sit back. Try and sit straight back against the wall. So your upper back and your bum should hit the wall at the same time.
Yeah.
If they were to.
I
Now, Ross, is that painful or is that just difficult?
think it's just it's painful on the feet.
Oh, okay. No, keep your feet up then. That's fine.
Yeah, keep the feet up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Perfect. So you can experiment with loading this movement. So
Yeah.
you can start to use it as an assistance. You'd probably be better to put a barbell across your shoulders, almost like a front rack position.
Yeah.
10 more. The only reason why is I think if you were to have a kettlebell in front of you, the temptation would be to push it out. So you'd anteriorly load it, but we want posterior load.
And I'm flexing the quads to come up, aren't I? Not using
Exactly that. Yeah, no, we're using the quads to come up.
Yeah, so I'm not activating my hips at all.
No. 5 more. Good. 2 more. 1. Nice. Good. And then once again, just retest that single leg squat again. Just tell me how that feels. That's nice. That's really nice. Good. How does that feel?
Yeah, still painful, but it's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks a bit more comfortable. I don't intend to load that movement yet, but it's just interesting to see how you're responding throughout the different exercises.
Yep.
As well as that, Ross, the only exercise I need you to focus on, just to keep your glutes firing, is just that side plank with the hip abductions. So from here, just side plank position, and then from there, just taking that leg up as far as you can. Focusing on both sides. And that's just really to make sure that you've got that lateral stability. What I'd recommend doing is, like, I'll send this all over to you, but rather than, with your squats, you can squat a weight that is about a 3 out of 10 level of pain, but nothing really more than that. You might even find that your squats can work as a light assistance after you train. But focus on your deadlifts and your clean position deadlifts. And then after the day, if I had to get you booked in for 10 days time, and we'll see how you're progressing from there. Is that all right?
Yeah, great.
Cool. So that's all booked in. And then during the next 10 days, just keep in touch. Let me know how you're getting on.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Nice, Ross. All right, man. Good to see you. Take care. I'll see you soon.
No,